What are the stupidest type of people? Men who think that the stripper actually likes them. Those who blame anything and anyone except themselves and think they are always right. The ones that don't know they are stupid. As a general rule of thumb, the more bumper stickers on someone's vehicle, the dumber they are, ha ha ha. The willfully ignorant. Teens. Seriously. Teenagers are absolute morons, but they think they are smart. So now they are not only stupid, but in their own minds, they're right. I'm glad I was never a teen. We're straight from 12 to 20. People who form opinions and then are unwilling to listen to new facts that may challenge their preformed opinion. In other words, a refusal to keep an open mind, to continue to engage in progressive thinking. I'll go first. People who verbally attack or send hate to actors who portrayed a character they didn't like. People who create problems for themselves because their life is boring. Just chill out and follow your dreams. People who thought they didn't have to learn anything new after they left school. People who pour their income into big car payments, financially strangling themselves with a depreciating asset. Poor people who worry about the well-being of billionaires. I think him stupid. Redditors. The ones who try to solve gun crimes with more guns. People who make reaction videos on YouTube, social media, etc. I don't need to see a video clip of you watching a video clip, just so you can show me how you reacted to it. Parents that can't afford to feed their kids lunch, but they can buy beer, cigs, and scratch-offs. Those who simp for anime girls and call them their waifu. People who give opinions immediately after seeing the headline from news without bothering to read the articles entirely, not knowing the full story. Same kind of people who assume without getting all sides of the story in life. Hospital administrators who think you can abuse and underpay your experienced nurses and then replace staff with only cheaper new grads and act shocked when there's a sudden increase in hospital mortality. People who have babies to try and fix a failing relationship. Racists. The ones who think they know it all. Flat earthers and QAnoners. People who think it's cool to roll coal then complain about the price of diesel. Creationists and some religious people. Oftentimes when they are raised in an extremely religious household they weren't allowed to figure out how to think. They were just taught what to think. Reasoning is literally a skill they never developed. Those who actively choose to be ignorant for their own reasons, scared or lazy. The evidence of something may be right in front of them, but they choose to ignore it to suit their own needs or comfort level. Enhanced climate change / greenhouse gas effect deniers? Question mark? Also those who make decisions for another group of people who cannot empathize with their situation at all and never will. Middle-aged, white privileged men making decisions on women's bodies. Or rich politicians living in nice places on taxpayers' money telling young people if they can't afford rent to just buy a house. Ignorant and proud. Some of those overly sensitive LGBTQ+ people. Anyone who acts like whatever space they currently occupy belongs to them. Blasting music on public transportation, taking shoes off at a restaurant, loud phone calls, stinky food on a plane, all that mess. Overly religious. Bigots. Intolerance of others because of differences, be it race / gender / sexuality / religion / whatever, is just stupid. People who believe that being part of a minority gives them an excuse to be an asshole. For example, saw a person in a coffee shop line who was belligerently yelling at the barista for putting foam in their drink. The barista said, "Please calm down, miss," and the person got even more mad and screamed, "I'm non-binary, you homophobic bigot. I should get this drink for free because of how ignorant you are." I'm not saying all people of any group are like this, but people who play the victim like this just show how incredibly stupid they themselves are. Babies. People who refuse to change their opinion or listen to other povs, even though they are very clearly biased. People who think being part of a minority is a personality trait. It's not. School shooters. Them what hate cats. The stubborn know-it-alls. It's impossible to have a conversation with them. People who think they are smart because they watch CNN/Fox News or some other corporate media online. Lol. The ones that know their argument is stupid ASF that literally no one will agree with, but still tries to fight back and keeps on disapproving own arguments. Unvaccinated. People who worship Donald Trump. People who think their taste in music is superior to anyone else's. Especially if they go out of their way to ridicule people for the music they listen to. Creationists. Those who lack self-awareness. Anyone who believes in Trump and all his conspiracy *****. Close-minded people that are inflexible in their opinions. Slow drivers who refuse to move over or speed up to not inconvenience others. Seriously, what is your problem? People who talk on speakerphone in public. Anyone who can't see someone else's perspective. Religious zealots. People who equate being anti-Israel to being anti-Semitic. Sexists. Those who have to compare real events to Star Wars or Marvel movies in order to understand them. Don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars, but immersion has its limits. Obligatory meta comment about how the stupidest type of people are those who ask what the stupidest type of people are on Reddit***. Flat earthers. IDK were destroying our planet, going to war over oil, and can't seem to come together to benefit the entire world. So I would say all of them. Racist people. They clearly never studied biology to know that extra melanin on the skin just doesn't change one's personality. The ones who don't use their turn signal. People who think they have relationships with celebrities because they see them by paying to have a picture taken at a con. Just baffles me. People who litter. People who vote for Ted Cruz. Marjorie Green Taylor, or whatever the **** her name is. Religious people. Hardcore libertarians. TikTokers. A person is considered stupid, in my opinion, and they cannot hold full opinions of their own, and are all too easily swayed by others. Our opinions are influenced by our morals. A person that has no opinions has fluid morals. This is not to say you can't get advice to form opinions, just don't completely shape them off others. People that can Google the answer but refuse to. People who use big words to try to sound smart but are unable to even define them. Patriotic people. Me. People who push past my restaurants, closed doors and barriers to ask if the business is open. Best one. Had a guy walk in through the staff entrance and honest to God say, hey, the front door was locked, but I found this side door down the back of this alleyway, you're open, right? Can we leave Trump and his supporters out of this so we can have an actual discussion about what normal stupidity looks like? Voting against your own best interests because A. Your parents did. B. Bloke on TV told you to. C. Spouse. People who think they're smart. Usually the smartest person in the room is overshadowed by the dumbest person in the room. Trump supporters. People who think people with different political opinions are dumb because they don't agree with each other. Refer to controversial comments on this post. Any person that votes for someone based off if they have pet dogs or not. I've seen it. Evangelists, not just for Christianity, literally for anything you feel you need to force your opinion onto other people. The MAGA crowd. Stupid people who are proud of their stupidity. Brexit and Tory voters. People not respecting safety distance That asterisk 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 s intimidating people and is dangerous as FCK. People who behave poorly and blame everyone else for their problems in life. I'm talking about people who break the law and complain when the police get involved, shout at the supermarket worker and get banned from the shop, trash their house and complain when they are billed for the damage, live an unhealthy lifestyle and complain about the service they receive from healthcare professionals. We all know the type. If you have one problem one time, maybe the other person is at fault, but when you have problems every day in different scenarios, then the problem is clearly you. I've spent years wondering why these people don't get it, and the only conclusions I've come to is that they are simply too stupid. Trump supporters. People who celebrate the English royal family. Most Trump supporters are actively stupid and proud of it. I think they wish they were dumber. Sometimes. Customers. You know that cake out a person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. That's true for the retail environment, and working in retail has honestly just put me off people and crowds. People who disagree with me. Yakko's world intro music starts playing / Entitled people anti-vaxxers, crazy conspiracy theorists, kill all men, feminists, Twitter users, K-pop stans, that Karen at the nearby 7/11, racists, people who think free speech means no consequences from what you say, obese people who call others fatphobic for not tolerating their unhealthy behavior, the willfully ignorant, the unknowing ones, and the ones who blame all but themselves. And finally you have that guy who just keeps you up at night until 12. / list rolls upwards / song ends /